Surprise, surprise, it's your boy Samster. I believe this is my first appearance on this channel. This is one of my other channels for the movies me and my friends used to make back in the day. Now, I've said this before, I still want to make a sequel to Savings Bond. Like I've said in the past, I didn't like the way the movie ended. We were supposed to film an extra week and finish up the movie, and there was a lot more to be done in the movie. And as some of you may know, that the movie Savings Bond that I finished, that was actually a second attempt at the movie itself, because the first one I made, although some things were better the first time around, in my opinion, it just wasn't finished in the first movie. A lot of things were weird because, like, with the way my hair was and stuff, I didn't think it was gonna work. Um, I like I don't know. I just couldn't do it back then. I didn't have enough ideas. And then the second time around, I did it a little better, but there was a lot of stuff that, compared to the original, it just wasn't as good. Maybe one day I'll make a compare contrast video of the original too. I do believe the trailer for the original Saving Spawn is on this channel. Um, I'm making a video on this channel mostly because this channel doesn't get a lot of attention. In my opinion, I think it deserves. Although I still have to upload my other movies such as Stranded. Um, yeah, Stranded and Saving Spawn were the two big ones to come out. There was other 8 Hazel Entertainment stuff that was made, such as let me think. There was that show that was based on all that, which kind of incorporated TWT, the wrestling thing. That's kind of where it all came from. That show was supposed to be like a sketch show, like all that, and TWT, the wrestling thing, parody of backyard wrestling and stuff like that, was supposed to be a part of the show. And in my opinion, it was gonna be the part of the show that was gonna blow up from that show and go on to be its own thing and maybe take on um, what is now AWX. So, speaking of AWX, for those of you who watch that channel, AWX for Life, go on it, see footage of my old car, my first car that I had, and I throw down Danny Brown. It's the chunk of my car in a feud we were having over his heavyweight championship belt, and then I pretty much threw him into these garbage bins at the high school. It's pretty cool stuff, especially see my old car, because that car is no more. Um, it's supposed to be sold for drag racing, and it just wasn't quick enough, and it was sent to a junkyard. Most likely now it's just pieces, and it's no more. I always thought though if I ever got rich, I would buy sort of like a replica of it and just drive it around once in a while, just for memories. But yeah. So yeah, I want to make another Savings Bond, a sequel. I've been pretty much I wanted to make a series of Savings Bond movies ever since I started working on the first one. I had all these ideas, such as I might copy because it's based on the James Bond series and a lot of other things combined. It's kind of like a parody of it, but then again, it's kind of also me if I was James Bond, because when I was growing up, I grew up with just about all the movies because my dad was a huge fan, and I always wanted to be that type of guy, the cool agent guy that's, mad stealth, he can fight, um, and he gets all the girls. And always outsmarts the bad guy, and he's just got all the cool gadgets, the cars and whatnot. It's just, I'm a big fan of the series as well. Um, Basically, if when I do get to making a sequel, it's gonna start off where the last one left off, but there's some problems with that. See, luckily in the last one when I died, when the Stephen Bond character died, um, I filmed an extra scene after that where he gets up and walks away. That's actually, I think that's after the credits, but that's where the movie's gonna start. Very much after when I get up. And I had different ideas, such as like Saving Spawn will go back to the laboratory or whatever, or go back to. See, the problem is I never established a lot of characters. There were supposed to be characters based on M and everything, or he would have like an office setting where he goes and reports to his boss type thing. There's stuff like that. Um, in the first, in the second attempt, I wanted to do a casino scene, sort of like a Las Vegas thing, and instead of doing, um, the usual poker or whatever they play, my thing was gonna be blackjack because I really like blackjack a lot. I like to play it. It's simple, and I don't really know how to play poker, unfortunately, or even in the new Bond movies they use Texas Hold'em. I don't know how to play that either. I should learn, but yeah, I always wanted to create sort of like a Las Vegas casino feel. That's gonna be really hard. At least like a little cheesy casino type thing. I mean, my friend Joey, his basement was almost perfect for it, but when we tried to do the scene, we just did not have the right people. We did film a scene of it, but you know, people that were there, like his neighbors, they were kids, and it just didn't look real. Like it wasn't believable in my opinion, so it didn't get into the movie. Um, Actually, if I want to compare it to the original, like with the scientist guy A, guy that hooks James Bond up with the gadgets, I actually like the scene from the original, the first attempt, better. Um, Although if I was to kind of combine stuff from both, it would have been even better than any of them. But because the second time around, it just didn't, just wasn't the same. I don't know. But yeah, it would start off from where the last movie took ended actually, and then I would go after the same as Bond would go after Eva, and then confront the villain. Now with the villain scene, it was gonna be kind of hard to do because if you don't know, I did it Austin Powers style where I play as the villain and saving Bond. Um, I was gonna have a thing where we were gonna fight. I was gonna film everything separate, and I always wanted to do that, kind of like fight myself type thing. But hopefully one day it'll happen. I don't even know if I have his costume around anywhere. He could have a new costume, whatever. It's no big deal. Um, but yeah, I want to continue it. But the problems are, I don't know if a lot of the people are gonna come back for it. I mean, I know I could get Joey back. I could definitely get Eric back. I just gotta make sure I film around when he's out of college. Even though his character is dead, I could still put him in there somewhere because what I realized in doing movies with friends is you gotta get the reliable people. You can't just count on new people because half the time they won't come. When I was filming Sour Rangers, another thing I'll kind of like to continue. Um, I actually looked on MySpace for a lot of actors, and they were down to do it, but they were looking for money. Like I was getting some, I guess you could say, semi-professional actors or amateur going professional actors, like those people that are like borderline getting the training, they have experience, whatnot, but they're not up there yet. They were down, but they wanted money and all the stuff, and I know for a fact if they came through, it would have been too cheesy for them. Uh, I mean, I think there's actually two people besides myself that are trying to become directors. One already is, uh, in my town, Scott Goldberg. He makes some awesome horror movies. I'm still yet to see them. You could actually look him up on YouTube. He's that big right now. I believe he's gotten awards for magazines and stuff already. I want to get there one day, but I gotta get to Five Towns and get my real training and learn the stuff for real, besides music production. But yeah, I was gonna actually use my car in the sequel to Savings Bond. So if I do get to film it, I mean, if everything works out this year and I get to go to college, I'm gonna have to have a job, so I'm gonna be having those two big things on my plate when I get out. So I gotta really see how my time schedule is. Because right now I'm busy because I only come back on the weekends, and Saturday's my only full day, which is a pain in the ass. Um, and I gotta worry about all the stuff that I'm trying to get a lot done while I'm in Job Corps, because I don't want to worry about it while I'm in college and everything. I want to have a lot of stuff done with music projects and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens.